Well, hello. Good evening, everyone. Gilberto, welcome. Fafito is lightning. I haven't actually watched them yet, because I'm just waiting for the practice session to expire. And once that's happened, we'll take you straight to quali. But welcome along, everyone. And welcome along all the new faces and names we've been seeing around the place as of late. It has been an awesome couple of days. Fafito is lightning. Federico Torres also saying that Fafito's destroying today. Alpha Toro's here. Welcome, mate. After his race yesterday. Good evening, good evening. There's not much to watch at the moment. Let's just better update the list. And for about a minute out. Just waiting for it to go to quali, and we'll flick on over for you guys. So, don't go too far in the Bentley. Good morning, Big Les. Good morning. I actually saw some of the F1 race last night. It was a little bit disappointing because it's the first one I've actually stayed awake to watch, and it wasn't really worth it, in my opinion. The other two were, but I fell asleep for those. But I guess that's what happens. I guess that's what happens. Alrighty. Always like to see what's trending real time in Australia at the moment. Apparently, Westpac is trending, number 1. What else have we got? The Flinders Ranges World Heritage Site. I have no idea what it's about. It's Labor Day in Brisbane. It's a public holiday here. Oh, still not out of free practice. What's going on? Federico Torres. I'm gonna connect. If I connect and have to reconnect, I'm gonna be upset, but I'm gonna just see what's going on. Password doesn't work. There we go. 2 in a row. Yeah, it was 2 in a row, wasn't it? Alright, we're getting connected. Let's see what's trending in the United States, because I know there's a few people over that way in the world. You've got Valspar Championship, the PGA Tour, Keegan Bradley, American Football, NCAA Division, the Milwaukee Bucks and Intel Integrated Circuits. That one's gone off the charts in the last 24. So there you go. Alrighty. Oh, I joined too quickly. Oh, I've got to restart. Sorry guys, I've got to restart the game because ACC's a perfectly coded PlayStation game with 0 problems. I've been live for 7 minutes. I've been waiting. But I do go live at least 5 minutes before every race, just to give you guys a bit of warning. Mother's Day next weekend. There you go. I'm surprised Mother's Day wasn't in any of the lists, but maybe that'll go up through the week. Alrighty, I'm just reloading, guys, and we'll have the quali because I think they just finished. So stick around. If you're about to leave, you're about to miss out. Just got to reconnect to their server. It's a little bit annoying. They're in qualifying now. Let's get you over to the action. I've just got to connect. All right with you guys. Hang on. We're at Silverstone today. Raz is back. It is good to have you back, sir. Good to have you back. Alrighty, let's take you to the action. Qualifying. So 12 and a half minutes left. Qualifying here at Silverstone. An old World War II airfield base. This is Bass, a dog. Haven't seen much of him, but he's in the Bentley tonight. And we're just waiting for the first time laps to come through. The British Grand Prix was first hosted here, believe it or not, in 1948. So that is why there's such a history with Formula One and Silverstone. But here we are tonight. Gilberto, always great getting together with Raz. Such great commentary and good takes on the race. Lol. Not me, the host, Gilberto. Host is great. My name's Josh, by the way, so welcome along. Got Snake involved in tonight's race from JSM. I think there's obviously JSM drivers here. We got big JSM championship season starting soon. Gilberto keeping the chat active. I love it as we get some times across the board. Marzan top at the moment, 1:5.98. His teammate Autista 3/10, and then Marco 6/10 in third. We've got Awesome Paulie, Snake 1.9 seconds off the rest of the field. Just racing a Bentley there. That's the number 12. Don't you obviously see side-by-side racing in quali, but we've got some today. That's Marco. Or Marcus, rather. We loved the hosts. Don't get me wrong. Hosts are the best. Raz says there's a Nissan. There is. Shark bait in the Nissan. Still 5.5 seconds off the top time. Axel, welcome and thank you, mate. Good to have you. Axel, one of our long-time supporters. This is Shark bait. Just getting through Village. Aintree in the loop. Comes out. Oh, sorry, he's coming up to that. He's just onto the Hamilton Straight. He was just coming out of club. I always get those sections mixed up. I don't know why. I have always done that, and I probably forever will. But that's Village Corner. This is the loop here. And then on to Aintree, which exits onto the Wellington Straight. And that is where Sharkbait currently is at the moment. Alpha Toro still yet to put a time through. Tuco the same. He's in that McLaren. Looks like it was wrestling it through there. Coming out of clubs. Tuco just behind him. Jar Jar about to put a time in. Yes, look at that. Fourth fastest, 1.7 seconds. Still a lot of time. Marzan has the best time out there at the moment in that Mercedes. Yeah, Marzan dominating. He's from the Puerto Rican E-Racing Club. That's what PREC stands for. Jamer's just slotted himself in between him. Alpha Toro as well. Fafito's gone fourth. Marzan into the 158s. Looks like he's been practicing. This is Jamer, the number 357 Bentley, just behind Sharkbait. Toro's gone into the pit lane. This is Fafito. the number 44. Everybody just sitting around club at the moment. Autista coming through Aintree under the Wellington straight. We'll have a bit of a slipstream, the car ahead of him, that Ferrari. Not sure who that is exactly, but I think it's probably Catch. It is Catch just ahead of Snake. And Catch is one of the wonderful league organisers as well, racing tonight. He's about to go across the line. Does improve. Autista does improve as well. Slots Jamer off second, and Jamer now just warming up the tyres on an outlap. 6 minutes are left. Not a lot of time to do anything, so these guys will have to get a hustle on. Gilberto obviously loving the action with Fafito. This is Tuco from DNA, just going down that Wellington straight. It's all by himself, but let's see if he can put what kind of time Tuco can put in. Currently 17th of 17th, but if he's on a quick lap, Tuco will be looking for something just a little bit better than that. Let's see where he puts himself. He goes 13th, so 2.5 seconds off the top, just behind Snake, who's 2.4. The number 3 Ferrari also just entering club now. I seem to be picking everyone up as they enter club. So Marzan still leading. There's Snake just following him. Through Abbey. We saw some 2 wide action at Abbey a few weeks ago. It was absolutely insane. As the camera flicks over to Fafito as we pick him up just on the start of the lap. He's just gone through Beckett's and Chapel. He's on the hanger straight. This is up towards the Stowe corner. Still some time to make up for Fafito. 1.3 seconds off. And the number 44. Let's see if he can improve from 5th as well. Raz has got faith today. Puerto Rico in the house. I feel good about Shark, says Federico Torres. He has a good chance. Where is Shark at the moment? He's down in 15th. So hopefully he can get some times in that Nissan. The only Nissan on track as well. Well, it's good to see all the Puerto Ricans today. You guys are you're absolutely supporting in force today. Gilberto wants to buy a Fafito signed helmet. I'm not sure. This is awesome. Paulie putting himself up to 6th place. Onto the Wellington straight. Paulie didn't do too bad a couple of weeks ago in the Bentley. He's got some big competition today. Likes of Marcos here. Catches up to 8th place. Jar Jar's fallen to 9th. Bassadog in 10th. Tuco still 13th there. Mr. Malin on the bottom. So he's just come around to start his lap in the McLaren. Maggots and Beckett's. He's got the blue and white livery set up today. But McLaren at home here at Silverstone. We've got 2.5 minutes left. Still the 2 Puerto Rican drivers, Marzan and Autista, just dominating at the top at the moment. Especially Marzan. There's no one really matching his pace here in quali. 1.588 has been his best time. He's just gone across the line again. Bautista's gone back into the pit lane. Jamer looking for something. He's third. Goes across. Doesn't get anything out of it at the moment. AlphaTauri GT currently fourth, and into the Maggots and Beckett's. Look at the Bentley through here as well. Just cutting as so much over the corner off as much as he can. Look at that. He's using all of that track and a little bit more. That might actually slow AlphaTauri down. So he will have to be slightly careful that doesn't ruin his lap time too much. Into Stowe. Car looks okay through Stowe. This is Fafito here. He's about to go across the line. Where does he improve? He does improve, but only to stay fifth. 1.218 now. So there was about a couple of hundredths improvement for Fafito then. This is AlphaTauri. And Jamer just behind him. Gelson, hello, welcome, and hello. Raz asking, I've hosted Gran Turismo as well. Any differences between this and that? Massive differences. This game, you would definitely say is more on the simulation side when it comes to the physics. Is this Jamer just trying? Yeah, just making sure the drivers are aware he's coming through. While GT Sport does have some realistic things like that, ACC, like, you know, especially with tyres, it's got tyre temps, tyre deg, thermal degradation, all those sort of things, fuel, proper tyre regulations as well. It's also based off the GT challenge, so there's all those proper rules that they follow there. This is Fafito. He's just behind somebody at the moment. Marzan just starting his last lap. So Snake, sorry, that's Catch just ahead of him. And then when it comes to spectating and broadcasting on my end, also some big differences. GT Sport is the much better platform, where ACC's quite basic. Here we go. This is Catch. Oh, he goes fifth, and Fafito goes third there at the end. So Catch dropped to sixth. I think, yeah, Fafito jumping in actually drops Catch a little. Marzan's coming around. And who else might be still out there? Little Mac for RWB. Oh, he's taking the checkered flag. It's just Marzan at the moment, but session's done. Marzan has taken pole position because no one else is out there to beat him. It would be Autista in second. Fafito got third right at the death. Jamer, AlphaTauri, and then Catch. Oh, Gelson says there was a mechanical failure for him. Had to re-download the game. Yeah, that was pretty damn good, AlphaTauri there. Not a bad start, mate. Just a shy over a second behind Marzan, who, let's be honest, is pretty damn quick. I haven't been to Puerto Rico, no. I haven't. The only reason I've been anywhere near the US is because when I was in the Navy, flights over to your part of the world just cost so much. But maybe one day soon I'll be visiting. But not at the moment, not with the virus, unfortunately. International travel's pretty much off the cards. But hopefully one day it'll all open back up to normal. Arthur, Enrique, welcome. It's good to have you guys with us. Don't forget, if you haven't joined our Discord, d1gdiscord.com is your invite link. Demo1garage.com is our website. And if you'd like to support us, demo1garage.com/support. And you'll get on the mailing list as well. If you can't do the monetary support, just go to the website and also hit the follow button, and you'll get on the mailing list that way. It's free, and when I send out emails, you'll get reminders and cool things like that straight to your inbox. If you're on Discord, you'll also get them as well, so you don't miss races. Sometimes YouTube and Facebook don't like to send out those alerts properly. That would be awesome. I'm sure we could do that. Well, you've got, I think Marzan's from Puerto Rico too. So's Autista. So we'll have Fafito, those two. There's a few other guys from Puerto Rico. So yeah, we'll have a whole signing event with everyone lined up. Arthur Enrique says, it will be tough for me driving the McLaren basically on baseline setup. I hope I'll not spin too much. Zero's in the house. What's up, mate? Not much. What's up with you? How you going? How you cracking? How you been, mate? Everyone say hello to Zero. We'll have to get Zero in on the signing event. He's that popular. He's that popular in the chat. So we'll have a chat superstar. We'll have myself and Puerto Rican superstars as well. Sure we can do that, guys? Right, I've got about 16 seconds to get back into this one. Nice, quiet night. Aren't you in New York? When is it ever quiet there? I've heard that it's always loud and screamy. Well, not screamy, but you know, there's always something happening. SFR GT. Alright. But that is good. At least it might be quite what's the word? I don't know. My definition of quiet might be different, but I'm glad it's quiet. That's good. Working the late nights. I don't know what okay, very different then, isn't it? I keep forgetting that. You do tell me that every time. So okay. The race is just starting. Marzan leads the field. Still got quite a long lap to go. Track. The track starting at 21 degrees. There's your man Fafito in third. Number 44. The guys tonight would have spent a lot of time getting their car setups correct for this race. Alfa Toro down in 5th was very pleased with where he ended up. So it looks like the work for him. He's in the green and black catch. Similar livery for Rockefeller Racing. And then Jar Jar behind. And it's Awesome Paulie, Marcus Bassadog in the Bentley. It's a long field of cars. Snakes behind him there in the Ferrari. Tyshawn Green, the Mercedes. Tuco, the McLaren. Falcon Zero. Also, we'll see him race some more with JSM. Little Mac, Sharkbait, and Maglan is 17th. Let's go to the front. So welcome along to the race. Marzan will lead the field as we go too wide here. We're at Silverstone and we're getting ready for a 60-minute sprint race. Two Puerto Rican e-racing club drivers lead the front. Here we go. We're about to get started. The green flag's about to pop. Well, there we go. That's the beginning of the race. Marsan takes the field up, blocks any thinking of Fafito or Jamer in that green Bentley. He looked like he wanted to get through, but not today. Into Maggots and Beckett's for the first time tonight, and the field will just flow on through. And already there's quite a gap happening between the front and the back. I don't know, something surely happened at the back there. Falcon Zero, a long way off the rest of the field. There he is. Sharkbait and Milan. Yeah, some drivers already off at Maggots and Beckett's. That is Snake getting through. The order will reset. And look at that, Snake. There's something happened to Snake. So something happened off camera. Snake's fallen a long way down the order. Look at that. He's wearing a lot of damage. We've got someone else around. That's Catch. That is also with another Mercedes, the 325. That's Tyshawn Green. So these guys getting a little bit too antsy, too early. I wonder if they let those tyres cool a little bit too much on those outlaps. It's a long... Oh. Catch wanted to get through. Tyshawn Green definitely blocked off. We've got the McLaren coming through as well. So, yeah, Catch... Looks like Catch actually got away with that. Not too bad. There's the order updating. He's down in 14th. But, wow. Okay, what a start. What a race. So, Fafito has fallen one position as we go back to the front. Jamer's got up to third. And it is still Marzan and Autista leading from the front here. So, yeah, Jamer started fourth. So tonight, one mandatory stop. just tyres only tonight. But obviously, if you've thought about it enough, you will take fuel because you won't start heavy. You will start as light as you possibly can, and then make sure when you go for that tyre change, your refuel takes just as long. Here we go for a move. Jar Jar gets it into Stowe. And Fafito's fallen back another spot. So Jar Jar's up. Fafito in that silver. He's going to get beaten now again by AlphaTauri GT. So 6th place. That's 2 positions in a few corners there for Fafito. The Ferrari is moving backwards quicker than it is forwards at the moment, unfortunately. So we've lost one driver. We had 17. Oh, that's Jar Jar. He's caught that well. He didn't hit anything. He went through Abby, and he's come out ahead still of Fafito. Have a look. Not sure how Jar Jar did this. We're following AlphaTauri, so it was just off camera. But there he is. And yeah, he didn't hit anything at all. So Jar Jar very lucky. Oh, he's off again. Jar Jar's having issues. He's down the Wellington Straight. Not sure what is going on there with Jar Jar at the moment, but some setup issue, cold tyre issue. He's not dealing with that particularly well. This is down in 11th and 12th. Tuco is hassling the back of Snake, who is going in for an early stop. Tuco's going to go through, Little Mac through, Tyshawn Green coming in behind him. So there you go, Tyshawn Green and Snake into the pits. This is Jamer on the back of Autista. This is the battle for second at the moment. Hailed wants Jar Jar a drink drive test. That's probably not a bad idea. I don't know what was going on with Jar Jar. But that 360 spin, he made that look impressive. Just practicing for the synchronized Olympics, I think. That'll be a category in GT Sport when they're testing the sim racing out. Maybe Jar Jar should go and put his hand up for that. He looked spectacular. All right, we'll give him a break. He's down in 13th. He's got a long way to fight back. I'm sure Jar Jar. It's just it must have been cold tires or something. Because yeah, that's not normal. AlphaTauri GT chasing down Jamer, but looks like those guys are working together a little bit. Same livery, so there'll be some camaraderie between them. I'm just assuming, just because the liveries are exactly the same. Whether or not that's the case, I don't know. Let me know in the comments later on, AlphaTauri, if that's the case. Probably sitting there listening to me right now, nodding his head or crossing his head, either one of. So Snake and Tyshawn Green done their stop. Practicing the victory donuts. It's probably... Yes. Well, if he can get victory from 13th, that will be one of the best comebacks we've ever seen. So Autista just starting to pull away from the black and green Bentley. As we made it through Maggots and Beckett's there for the third lap right now. Temperatures have stayed as they were at the beginning. Still quite cool at 21 degrees. But the tracks rub it in and optimal. So the grip's there at least. So the Malan on Jar Jar, the McLaren. 4/10 away. In fact, is ahead of Jar Jar. So it's not been the best of races for the 96 Mercedes. Milan has just continued to open up the gap, and open it up he has. He is now 13th. So there's those updates. Let's go with Marzan, the leader. Michael Schoonart has liked the stream. Welcome along, Michael. Hopefully I didn't butcher your last name too much there. But thank you for the support. Joining in. That's what a 2-second gap looks like for Marzan Altista. From the same league. But he's a little ways off. We saw Marzan race in the Bathurst 120. He did really well. In fact, Marzan's had great success in GT Sport, but he's moved on to ACC now. And clearly he's got that ability to sim drive. And it's even paying off even better for him here in ACC. There was obviously some transition stage because there's a lot to learn. But if you've got the ability, you've got the ability. This is Catch on the back of Falcon Zero. Barbara Andrews, welcome Barbara. One of our channel supporters at the moment for the month. Thank you, Barbara, and welcome. And Catch. Here we go. We got something happening between him and Falcon Zero. Tried a slightly different line through Maggots and Beckett's. Falcon Zero wasn't too phased. He knows he's got the Mercedes power beneath him. And that is Tuco in 10th place. Not too far away. So there could be some high-octane battles very shortly. Hailed is too drunk, apparently. That's even better, Hailed. Even better. You don't need to stop. Just keep drinking. Every time you want to say something in chat, just make sure you keep drinking. And there's Catch on Falcon Zero. A little bit wide. Very wide, in fact. Out of club. They all get through there, but Catch gets the lead. Falcon Zero now will have to contend with Tuco in that McLaren. Falcon Zero, lots and lots of pressure, and there it is, another position. So that's where Catch was done. Don't know why the camera does what it does there, but this is where Tuco just took the inside line, and it was an easy one for him. So, Falcon Zero. Bank holiday weekend out of lockdown. Yeah, it's Labor Day weekend here in Brisbane. Where's the bank holiday weekend? What state's that? Falcon Zero, though, hasn't let Tuco get too far away from him. So that gap last measured was about 0.3. Oh no! Big accident for him. He lost the back end coming through Maggots and Beckett's. Oh, you're in Scotland. Well, there we go. Chris Brown has liked the stream. Welcome along, Chris. Just the replay of Falcon Zero. What exactly happened? I think he was going to run wide, and he put in a little bit of corrective steering, and there was too much angular lock, and the car, the back end of the car at least, wanted to overtake the front. So Jamer, 4/10 off Altista. I think it's a little closer than that now as we go down the Wellington Straight, and it's Bentley versus Lexus, and we've got some pretty quick drivers fighting for second place. We've done 12 minutes of racing, and already the battles are beginning. Well, that didn't look great for Jamer through there. There was like 3 or 4 different apexes he made through that corner, so he lost a lot of time because of that. Alfa Toro just behind them, a few seconds away. Says about 3 at the moment, so Alfa Toro Not quite the same race pace as the three ahead of him. Well, there you go, Hailed. We've got we've got our Labor Day. Well, right now it's Monday for me, so yeah, Labor Day public holiday. So I didn't but in saying that, we're all part of the Commonwealth, and that makes a lot of sense that your public holidays are very similar. So, Jamer watched a lot of him today. Autista getting his skills locked and loaded on Assetto Corsa Competizione in the SFR GT Challenge. Marzan, though, is just disappearing. We haven't seen Marzan dominate like this in an SFR race for a long time. But he's like almost 2 seconds ahead, so that's quite a significant amount of time. But yeah, Fafito, we had a lot of Fafito fans in the house for him. He's fallen to 7th. Axel, yes, I did see the F1 race, and I was disappointed, if I'm honest. Hella Jar Jar went for a few spins. He went for a spin coming through Abbey, and then he went for another spin. I don't know which corner it was, but Maggots and Beckett's, I think. I don't know what happened to. He just did it on his own. So I think there was maybe some tyre issues. I'm just guessing temperature issues for Jar Jar, because it looked out of character, that's for sure. So he's down in 16th. No damage, but yeah, he's got a lot to fight back for now. Little Mac doing well. Yes, he is, isn't he? He's just he's been a quiet driver, but the red, white and blue driver inside the top 10. And that's Sharkbait, the Nissan behind. The only Nissan on track, which is good for Nissan lovers. And then Falcon Zero chasing that. So it's not often you see a Mercedes chasing a Nissan, but we've got that exact. Oh no. What have I done? What have I done? Sharkbait off at Maggots and Beckett's. I'm so sorry. That's the curse of the commentator. Let's have a look. Is there any damage for Sharkbait through there? No, he looks okay. So he'll be able to get back up to speed, but he's lost a lot of time in that chase for glory here at Silverstone. So Raz, there it is. So our leaders at the moment. Let's check our top 5. This is Marcus from Rockefeller Racing in the 12. AlphaTauri GT in his number 9 Bentley. Both those numbers, by the way, are like my lucky numbers. Just thought I'd say that. It was interesting that they were there. Jamer up to 3rd. And Autista is on the back of a back marker here. I think that's, yeah, it is a back marker. Getting the blue flag. Does Jamer get through? I wish the camera would hurry up and get there. So Autista got through that situation fairly well. Jamer's chasing into Stowe. Oh, they're running wide out of there. They can't do that too much tonight, otherwise they will get themselves penalised for track limits. Drive through for that. And that's going to be egg on their face as they take a slow detour through the pit lane. So let's see how they deal with that. But Autista and Jamer definitely some of our closest competition at the moment here at the Silverstone track. Batista's been dealing with it since the beginning. Almost 20 minutes of racing have elapsed. We've got about 42 minutes left. And hailed in the Discord. We can chat in Discord while I'm racing. If you want to join our Discord, guys, d1gdiscord.com is the invite link. You would see it. If you can't remember it, it'll pop up across the bottom of the screen in just a second. So Lexus versus Bentley. Don't know the exact differences between these cars, but the balance of performance keeps them pretty equal. And you would have seen the Gran Turismo logo on the back of that wing as the maggots and Beckett's for Autista. He gets it all out of shape. Why did I do that? And there's Jamer ahead. Alpha Toro saw that happen. This is Autista coming through. It's because he went wide there and that compromised his entry. And he just had to take to the runoff then. So there's... oh, we've got another driver off. Not one of the leaders. That's an odd place to go. That's a McLaren. I think that's Milan. It is. What's he doing out there? So he gets back on the circuit, but very odd that he's off out inside there. He's down in 14th. Tyshawn Green is the one behind him, but fair distance between those two. Turco's in the pit lane. Trimming the infield, says Josh. That's probably the best explanation for that behaviour. Okay, so Jamer 6 seconds away from Marzan. Autista has kept track of Jamer. The last measurement was a second. I think we're getting within 8/10 or so at the moment now. But as you can see, yeah, the GT's, the Gran Turismo logo. Oh, what's going on there? That was like... that must have been delay or lag or something. But yeah, the Gran Turismo logos. Quite fitting for someone like Autista, who's had success in GT sport. And he's just taken a little bit of that history with him in the Lexus, as he's still wearing the Gran Turismo logo on the car. Still dipping his toes in the dirt there through Maggots and Beckett's. He's not afraid to cut the corners short, but that was what was his downfall a few laps ago. So it hasn't really changed Autista's behaviour through there. But he's 1.5 seconds now away from Jamer, so he's lost some time. Alpha Toro watched it all happen, unfold ahead. He does have... that's a back marker ahead of him. Just wondering how he's going to deal with this one. He's just going to get up the inside. Yeah, there we go. So Alpha Toro gets through. This is Marcus in 5th place. This is Awesome Paulie. They're not too far away. That's about 4 seconds. There's Fafito. He started 3rd, but he's dropped to 7th. He's maintained 7th ever since dropping to dropping there. So looks like he's quite comfortable in his race pace there. And that is Catch from Rockefeller Racing, just running through the exit of the corner there. Into Abbey. Look at the car's mechanical and aerodynamic grip. Just stick it into the ground there. Didn't let off. This is Little Mac doing really well. He's in the top 10 now. He's ahead of Falcon Zero, who is that pink and purple Mercedes right up his backside. So let's see where this one takes us. Looks like Falcon Zero's been off for a bit of an excursion because the front of that car just taking on a little bit of damage. So Little Mac just defending the inside line. Doesn't want to give Falcon Zero any opportunity. Doesn't want to let him sniff a move, because he will go for it. So on to the Wellington Straight now. Falcon Zero in behind. A little bit of a slipstream, but he's not really taking full use of that. He sees an inside gap open up, but that quickly shuts. Oh, he's actually turned Little Mac around. He's recovered quickly. So he's readdressed the situation, but he's lost a lot of time doing so. They recovered, fortunately. He went for a move here, but backed out. And then that put him on a slightly different racing line, and he just tagged Little Mac, but that second bump actually corrected him. So Falcon Zero didn't have to wait too long to readdress. Hailed it. I don't know if you're still here, but Drunk F1 is probably the only way you'll enjoy that race. I don't know. I didn't really enjoy the F1 last night. I don't know what you guys thought if you watched it, but I mean, it was exciting for a while when there's the Verstappen thing, but once Hamilton got ahead of Bottas, I was just like, okay, this is going to be every other race that happened since 2015. So, I mean, it wasn't like, yeah, unfortunately, it wasn't too exciting. I think the one at Imola was a lot better. But I don't know. I seem to be spoilt by sim racing events, which is exciting. And then I come and see real F1 and I'm a little bit disappointed. So it is what it is. But I don't know. I always am hopeful every race, much as like every F1 fan, but I'm the real season that I'm waiting for is next year, when they finally change the regulations and we get pretty much a reset of technologies, and Mercedes won't be so far ahead because everyone will be back at square one. Yeah, that's exactly my hope too, Hailed. Exactly my... It was supposed to be implemented this year, but with the coronavirus, they voted to put it back a year. I get it, but, you know, I think they would have survived if we hadn't have done that. So I think it just basically was postponing the inevitable. But it is what it is. This is Jamer. This is our leader, Marzan, inside the pit lane. And he's in for his first stop. His only stop. Let's see if he gets his marks right, because that can mean a lot of time. Looked like he got his marks. So the 14 on his marks. Jamer through with Autista chasing. AlphaTauri GT just coming through. Magda Beckett as well. We've got Marcus just about to enter. And there your top four. Marzan inside the pit lane. Awesome Paulie technically up into the top five now. Got Dine Tuco chasing down Fafito, who's in 9th. Looks like Catch might have gotten ahead of Fafito, which is interesting. So, was there a big accident or something for Fafito? Because that's a big drop. Big drop. Number 44. He's 13 seconds behind. Catch there. Tuco just chasing him. 1.3 seconds, so not too much difference between them. Remember, Fafito started third. And we can see Fafito's connection bar. It is that yellow bar. So I've seen worse, and like there is definitely obviously latency playing into it, but yeah, it's an odd one. Tuco's chasing him. Pretty similar connection as well, Tuco. He's in the 32, so let's see what they can put out together. A little wide through there. Again, they've got to be careful. We see those guys do that too much. Like I said, drive through penalties and it will hurt them. Maggots and Beckett's dropping a toe. They do like to take the most... It's like Track Mania. If you ever watch those guys. Looking for the optimal path through a Trackmania circuit. They'll cut every little bit that they possibly can, and it's sort of like what they're doing here. When I say they're dropping a toe at Maggots and Beckett's, they're just looking for that optimal line and the shortest path from start to finish, because sometimes they really do take a lot of the track off. There's catch there. So that was 13 seconds. That's down to 3. So I don't know what happened there with the timing. Raz is asking, what are penalties? Well, let's have a look. Raz, you can see that white line that was on the boundary of the left and right hand side of the track. That's basically the delimiter or the demarcation point for the track. If you put all 4 tyres over those white lines, you're technically outside track limits, like that. But you can probably get away with it there. I'm not sure, but I'm sure the game would have picked that up. So say you do that. Let's say you've got a limit of 10. Let's say you do that 10 times. The game will pick that up and it will say, you've taken an excursion too many times. You will get a penalty. It'll come up on screen and you'll have a drive-through penalty. So basically a drive-through penalty is you have to drive through the pit lane at the pit lane speed. You don't go in for a stop. You just enter the pit lane and drive through it and then exit. So you lose like, I don't know, 20 seconds or something. It's, yeah, basically a slowdown penalty. You can get other penalties like a stop and go, where you have to enter the pit lane, stop on your pit lane marks, and they can't work on the car until, say, 30 seconds has elapsed. That's pretty severe. Or you can get a race time penalty and get time added on to your race time at the end as well. So you get 5 or 10 second penalties. Things like that. There's all sorts of different penalties that can be handed out. Yeah, Fafito's connection meter, I just noticed, went red. So there is something going on for Fafito. He's dealing with it. That will be affecting his race, though. So J-Mer is extending. Awesome Paulie is extending. Marzan has a 34-second lead over Autista. No, sorry, 11-second lead. I was going to say 34 seconds is like a little bit too much. He's 34 seconds behind Awesome Paulie. Well, at least that's what it said. We'll have to get an update. When the time updates, it's not going to update Marzan's, is it? but I'm sure that's going to come down. That's Autista. That's what 11 seconds looks like. That's Jamer there, just in front of Alpha Toro. Jamer is... Where is Jamer on the... Am I blind? Oh, Jamer's at the front. There he is. It wasn't Jamer, it's Jar Jar I was looking at. In the 96. Raz, the Bentleys they're great in the corners, especially in ACC. They are definitely a favourite for Silverstone, I'd imagine. Hailed says, online racing without connection issues and netcode is a paradise we all need. That would be great. I don't know when that's going to happen, unfortunately. Because there's so much that has to be sent to the server, read by the server, interpreted by the server. One day, unfortunately, there's going to be a limit to that, but I'm sure quantum computing will change things. Sir Mix-a-Lot Margarita, welcome. One of our supporters for the month as well is here. But yeah, one day I'm sure we'll see quantum computing changing sim racing, because that will be a lot of fun. I can't imagine what sim racing is going to be like in 100 years, let alone in 50, the way technology advances. Even in 10 years it could be a completely different story. So our leaders at the moment is Jamer, but he's inside the pit lane. Marzan just coming around the lap. Jamer, I don't know if he was significantly enough ahead to retain the lead. Marzan now. Just coming into the final corner. I think Jamer is still standing still. This is will be our race leader. He's going to go across the start finish, and Jamer still standing still. So Marzan back in the lead of this one. Autista will be back up to second. Or it could be close actually between these two. Jamer exiting the pit lane. He's going to come out onto the track. Do we see Autista? Oh, Autista just watched him exit. So, wow, okay. So Jamer actually made pretty decent time there. And Autista has a lot of work to do in the final 24 minutes, catching up to that bright green Bentley. It's still Bentley versus Lexus like it's been since the very beginning. So that pit stop strategy, that decision to overcut Autista by running longer has worked perfectly. Jamer just needs to make the most of it now. Raz says, I haven't heard that. What is quantum computing? It's where they use quantum physics to basically... Oh, hang on. I used to know a very good definition. Okay, it gets pretty difficult. Like, if you've never heard of things like entanglement or superposition, but basically using those phenomena to perform the computations. I think a good way of putting it is like with a normal computer, you've got an on or off. So that's why you got your binary, 1 or 0. So it's either on or it's off. That's at the basic level, that is it. Something is either on or it's off, and the computer can do one at a time. But in quantum computing, it performs those calculations based on, I think, the probability. So basically, it's doing something before it's measured. So there's the potential to process like an exponentially much bigger amount of data compared to what you call classical computing. So what we're doing, what all our computers right now. So basically it could process every single outcome very instantly, in a sense, where ones and zeros, it's got to go through it one at a time. But there's been some massive advancements in recent years with quantum computing. I've been very interested in it for many years because it actually changes, because I do a lot of security, network security, and quantum computing, once it's like viable, it will completely defeat cryptography as we know it. Every security key will be able to, it'll just, yeah, it's insane. Yeah, hailed. I don't know how you put that together, drunk mate, but you've done it. That's a pretty good way. It will affect crypto Raz. Looks like Hailed's all over it as well. Yeah. Yeah, Hailed put it nicely. I like the way you've put that. But yeah, basically, imagine, yeah, quantum computing and sim racing when it's viable commercially. When we get to that stage, yeah, network issues might be a thing of the past because it could already figure it out. I don't know. There's so many things that could happen. This is Fafito and Catch here. I'm sorry we started talking about quantum computing. I've never done that before. I've never had an audience that was interested in that. Fafito is second away from the man in the Ferrari. If you're really interested and you really want to blow your mind, look up quantum entanglement. That will you'll just be like, what the hell? Like, it's the coolest thing in the world. So, yeah, just go look up quantum entanglement and go down that rabbit hole. Have a great day. We'll see you next week. There's so much out there on that stuff. I think there's even some stuff on Netflix by my favourite scientist, Neil deGrasse Tyson, about this stuff. So Fafito, look at this, 47 on 44. 4:10s. He's made some excellent time through the lap. And as we come into Abbey, he's a lot closer. Fafito, he wants to get back into 7th place. Remember, this man started 3rd. And I know we've got a lot of Fafito supporters. He's dealing with some connection issues. But at the moment, Catch is putting the pedal to the metal. And he's just opened up the gap. Just enough there to get it within over a second. Hailed says, from writing HTML and C++ for years, you cannot wait for quantum. It's going to change everything for everyone. It's absolutely incredible. I'm excited for the security side. Crypto is going to be like insane. But just like every single cipher that we currently use, well, it'll be no more. Because they'll be all cracked. But luckily, when that's figured out, it'll be in the hands of scientists and not thieves. So hopefully they'll do the right thing. But you never know. Yes, Autista back ahead of Jamer. 666, 666. Autista made the move. Jamer did the overtake through the pit stops using the overcut maneuver. But Autista, too good for him at the moment. He's got too much pace in the race conditions. We've got 17 minutes left of this one. So Autista just needs to keep it ahead. We have only seen 1 or 2 slight errors from Autista today. Other than that, he's been on the ball. Fafito's half a second behind Catch here. So there's definitely a few positions as we come into the closing stages of this race that are up for grabs. 7th is one of those. Yes, Gilson asking, can Catch keep Fafito behind? Apparently he's wearing some damage. Just trying to have a look. It looks quite minor. Yes, that's true, Hayward. That's true. But it blew my mind when I first read about it and started learning about it. I'll tell you that much. Alrighty. So as I take my IT hat off and put back on my sim racing cap, look how close Fafito's getting to that exhaust of Catch. Not close enough, it seems. He wasn't able to make an overtake. He fell backwards so quickly at the start. Sometimes qualifying, some people just, they have the ability to qualify, but their race pace isn't quite the same. It'd be really good to get times from the drivers to see how consistent Fafito's been. It doesn't look like it's been that bad, but as we've said, where we all started in our weird conversation today, he looks like he has had some connection issues. Maybe, hopefully. Well, I don't know how correct. Oh, he's gonna shove something oh, he's gone around. Fafito, I think connection issues caught him then, because Catch looked like he sort of teleported. I don't think there was no one's did anything wrong then. Have a look at this. He took a different line, wanted to get through. Oh, the door's shut. He got some good exit. And, oh, okay. That's what happened. Catch went a little wide, and Fafito probably got a little close. That's what happens sometimes, unfortunately. Oh, he almost got there. Hailed. No for Fafito. Catch, I think, has done the right thing. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Oh, that's friendly. Catch is actually going to let him back in through. So there you go. Jamer and Autista, let's stick with this one for the time being as they flog it through Abbey. Jamer and Autista. Oh, I thought he was going to go up the inside. We're at the same place we saw those two have their accident before. I do agree with you, Jelson. The Wellington Straight exit, entering the Wellington Straight's not really a place for overtakes. We saw that in the F1 last year at the Silverstone, or was it 2 years ago with, what's his face? He's not in F1 anymore. He used to race for Red Bull. I cannot remember his name. He had an accident almost exactly the same. So, yeah, I don't think Catch really needed to readdress it that way, but, you know, he felt like he was at fault. That's Catch's, that's his prerogative, really. But, it's good to see, at least. Good to see. Well, I do want to say, guys, I haven't really been promoting it today, but if you are new, don't forget to join our Discord at d1gdiscord.com. Let's talk quantum computing. Why the hell not? If you want to support us as well, you can go to demo1garage.com/support. If you just want to get on the emailing list, still go to that website and just click on the follow button and just chuck in your email, and I'll send you emails and articles when I get them, and I have ideas and stuff. So yeah, that's all free if you want to get on that. But if you want to support us, we'd love you to the moon and back. And don't forget as well to like the video wherever you're watching. Support us. Boost us in the algorithm. Let everyone know that you enjoyed the racing, or at least you enjoyed the topics on offer today. It was very intellectual today. I think my first ever intellectual stream, but there you go. Falcon Zero and Jar Jar. We haven't seen Jar Jar too much since his exploits in the beginning of the race, but looks like he's come back quite well. It's just been a long way to recover, that's all. Thank you very much, Raz. Raz doing the advertising for me. Thank you. So the 96. It's got some pace there on Falcon Zero. Let's get into the Wellington Straight. Yes, Albon, that was it. Hailed. I don't know why. I keep forgetting Albon's name. There was a race here. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but Albon at that exact corner had pretty much a similar incident. But yes, I was talking about Albon. Absolutely. Albon's gone to DTM this year, which seems to be where every Formula 1 driver goes after F1. It's like, oh, wasn't successful in F1? I'm off to DTM. I don't know why that's where they go. It just seems to be where they all go. So here we go. We got Dorchester and Jamer. Jamer had to just... Oh, you can't overtake out there, mate. That was well off the track. He's put it back in behind Autista. But that, ladies and gentlemen, yes, there was track out there, but overtaking off the track like that is not allowed. He's done the right thing. He's put back in behind. I think Autista had his eyes pop out of his socket seeing that happen. It was last year. There we go. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I feel like it was a very similar incident. Here we go. There might be some contact between these two in the final 9 minutes. Looks like there's no love lost. In fact, the track started at 21. Ambient started at 21 as well. It's falling. So they've got to be careful of falling temperatures. And in fact, the fog. You can see the fog is starting to fall. So these cooling temperatures, if they're not careful, it could actually catch them out here. Especially with tyre pressures. So let's see. But the cars, especially in the colder air, they're going to perform so well. They've just got to be careful that their car is set up to deal with the cold. They seem to be running just a little bit wider at the moment. They've got to be careful not to probably bump those curbs too much. But with the tyres at temperature, they should be okay. Through Maggots and Beckett. Slightly different line there for Jamer. Bautista looking to block. As Bautista opens up the corner a little more as Jamer sort of hangs around the middle into Stowe. Albon is very much like Rosberg, I feel, in what What way? I'm not sure I understand 100%. But we do have a close one. Fafito is still 7th, actually. Catch has fallen a little ways off now in 8th. As we get past the crane. J-Mo still chasing. This one looks like it's going to go all the way, I think, to the very, very end. Ah, okay, I see what you're saying there. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, Albon, I don't know if Albon was ready for the top team. And I feel like when they got rid of Gasly, it was sort of, I don't know. There just seems to be real difficult filling that second seat at Red Bull. Verstappen is obviously the number one. If you're going to go to Red Bull, you're just there to fill another seat. Like, that's it. And matching the Verstappen is so, so hard. Like, even with Ocon in the last race, like, Verstappen just still seems to just drive at a completely different level to what everyone else can. I don't think it doesn't matter who you put in that second seat, because I think Verstappen is given so much in that team. You're always fighting from the back at Red Bull, especially at the moment. Charger's up to 12th. He is. He was 13th just before. Jar Jar's done a good recovery. It's a shame he spun out as quick as he did. But he's done well. He's done well to get back up there, Heather. It's a shame he's not around anyone, because he's still 13 seconds away from Tyshawn Green. Oh, Tyshawn, look at that. He's got some damage. In the next 5 minutes, keep an eye on that interval. If that drops down to like 8 seconds, 6 seconds, Jar Jar could be fighting for 11th. So, J-Mer now and Autista is the battle we've been watching for some time. They are the closest on track at the moment, and they have been going at each other's throats since the very, very beginning of this race. And with the cooling temperatures and the fog dropping here at Silverstone, we're just waiting. One mistake will end the race for either of them, but they've been so consistent today. I'm not expecting any of them to do that. This could and will come down to the final lap. Big Les says, I think there's been a bit of a stigma for the second driver in Red Bull since Mark Webber versus Vettel. Heather says, agreed. I am going to pour him a scotch. Yes. Yeah. I don't know why he spun the way he did, Heather, but yeah, off you go. I'm sure he'll enjoy that after the race. Probably much prefer that if it was, you know, a little bit higher, but oh well. Alcohol can heal the wound sometimes. Oh, Little Mac's getting close to Sharkbait, so there's a close battle here. Sharkbait in that Nissan doesn't really know where to put himself. Look how close he is. The Nissan gets through Stowe. Oh, they're going to be side by side. I'm not sure that counts as an overtake because it was offline. But Little Mac takes the inside. I would be protesting that if I was Sharkbait, but looks like Little Mac is a little quicker anyway. Yeah, I don't know where Russell goes. Depends what happens with Bottas. Because Bottas doesn't want to... Bottas doesn't want to keep playing second place. And I don't think they'll get rid of Bottas coming into next year. Just... I don't know. Because he knows the team. It just seems stupid to put someone in a position at a team that, you know, new regulations, everything sort of reset, that, you know, has to get comfortable with it. So Bottas knows his stuff at Mercedes. I just don't feel like he's going anywhere. Yeah, so where is Russell going? I don't know. Russell, but I think what it showed when Russell was in that Mercedes was just how good that car is. Not anything against Russell, but I'm just saying, like, that Mercedes is a good car. But in saying that, Bottas, yeah, seems to always be playing second place. Yeah, Jaja's done a great job. Is catching up to Tyshawn Green. In fact, it's 6 seconds now. But there's not going to be enough time, unfortunately, left in this race for Jaja. But he was definitely the faster man down there at the back of the field.
Leaders on final lap now.
So Marzan, we haven't seen much of Marzan because he's gapped the field big time, but he started his final lap here in the AMG Mercedes. And then we've still got the Autista JMO battle, which has kept us enthralled now for almost 60 minutes. And I think Jamer knows this is it. His last opportunity. He's going to have to try something, and if he does, it's going to be fairly desperate. So hopefully there could be tears at the end of this one. Let's see. Fafito's back up to 7th. He's 3 seconds away from Marcus. So he actually caught up there. Looks like Fafito found his pace here in the colder weather. A little wide there from Jamer. In to club. Coming into club now. It is close. Jamer is close. Autista knows that. You could scrape his nose on the back of that Lexus. Got to be careful though. The Bentley, he's just going to have to find something. There we go. In fact, he's almost pushing along the Lexus. He's trying a different line now. But this is going to be a difficult place for an overtake because this is usually where tears happen. It's never going to happen. Coming onto the Wellington straight. Jamer, I think he's left it a little too late. Oh, look at that. He's gone back across. Autista moves back onto the inside with Jamer then making a third move. There is Marzan takes the checkered flag. And this is Autista just ahead of the green Bentley. But at the end of the day, Autista was too good for Jamer. Well done. So they take the checkered flag here at Silverstone. Well done to those guys. Alfa Toro GT coming through for 4th. And Paulie will take 5th place. Everyone's favourite Fafito. Looks like he'll finish 7th. Thank you so much, Raz. Thanks for coming along today, everyone. It's been an absolute pleasure to cast this race. Don't forget, we've got a Discord if you want to join. D1GDiscord.com. Tyshawn Green takes 11th. Jar Jar and Falcon 0 13th. Snake just chasing DNA Tuco here. He is close. Oh, if Tuco makes a small error, Snake might be able to get something out of this, but Tuco in that McLaren, I think he's got it lined up and well, yeah, through the final corner. It's going to be the McLaren ahead of the Ferrari, and Snake will take the top 10. But well done to Marzan. He deserves the praise. He takes the win for today's SFR event at Silverstone. See you later, Hailed.
So this is where Josh might be able to hear me. So, yeah, that was just insane, crazy. JR, thanks, man, thanks. First lap was just crazy. I don't know exactly what happened. Look at this. So Marzan and Autistic, the Freck boys, 1-2. Oh,
What's up?
Snake, what's going on, brother?
Not much, man. That turn 1 was brutal. I don't know what happened there. Someone bought it.
Oh, dude. Well, Paulie hit me a little bit in the, just gave me a little tap.
Bro, my guy, Paulie D. Why did you hit me like that, bro?
Who?
Much love to you, Paulie. Yeah, Paulie wrecked me, bro.
Well,
Yo, well, did you see who killed me at that crazy hairpin? Hey, Sean, you were kind of by me, but I don't know what happened. Marco was behind me, and I think he avoided me, but I got killed coming into that. Who was that?
I don't know. My car was beat up, so I let you by. But yeah, Paulie sent me into the sand. I kind of figured he'd do it if you got behind me.
That was right then.
No, it was before you passed me. I was kind of struggling to get to the pits.
Oh man,
I screwed up my Paulie. I don't know what it was.
I'm not
My
trying
car
to be
wasn't set for it.
disrespectful. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or nothing, but how many races are we gonna let Paulie like ruin for people, bro? Like just the stream before yesterday, ruin somebody else's like that. It's gotta stop, bro. It was a good race to most of you dudes, but Paulie, you gotta stop, bro.
So
Well, look, we can. If you have some video of it, we can look at it, but definitely like keep it to the Discord. We'll go over it.
Yeah, I won't say nothing like that again, but it's like, geez, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
yeah. It happens, man. Like I said, we all got killed. I got killed this race too. I mean, but you know, everybody's trying to learn and get better. So
Yeah, it's fun though.
yeah, when a championship starts, we'll be able to when the championship starts, it'll be better, man. Like, you know, we'll have a lot more stricter rules, and you know, people gotta be
these
more.
things happen at the end of the day, you know, and you don't know everything about how it happened to begin with, too. So, yeah.
It's all good, man. Nothing but love at the same time.
Yep. All right, so I'm gonna get back to the chat, but yeah, I mean, thanks a lot, guys, for coming out, and you know, obviously, racing and stuff. You know, we'll have more, you know, obviously every week, but and then with JSM as well. So yeah, I mean, listen, I'm sure Paul. I don't know, like you said, you had experience with him last time. I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose. I know off the bat with me it was just a little tap, no big deal. But then yeah, I don't know. I got absolutely murdered on the hairpin. I don't even know what turn that is, but it was lap 1, so I'm not sure. But we'll figure it out.
I also collected damage on the lap 1, turn 1.
Oh, you did, Tucho? Yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on.
No, I think Tucho, if I'm not mistaken, someone braked in front of me, Well, not in front of us.
because
Someone
there
break.
was
It was an accordion. It was an accordion. Like I think someone break 2 cars in front of me, and the guy in front of me braked like heavily. So then I hit him, and then I think Tucho may have ran into me. I think you were behind me, Tucho. I'm not sure. I know at some point you were
I was
behind me.
behind you. I qualified on P13.
Yeah.
What happened is mass happened, and then I saw a car drifting into my line, and I tried to brake and avoid it, but I still
Right.
crashed it.
Wow.
It was a big car,
I know
but
the
don't
car
remember
that. Well, let me see. It wasn't this one. I know it was a. Oh, we'll find out later.
Yeah, Snake Tucho. I'll talk to you guys in Discord. Josh, if Josh is still out there listening, thanks as always, Josh. Appreciate it. Me and Fafito were having a battle though too, because
Man, I was trying to catch you and Tucho at the end there, man.
Yeah, I tried to catch you guys battling, but
well, what happened was after that I got killed in the beginning of the race. I somehow Fafito, he qualified 3rd, and I think I was 5th or 6th, so he must have had damage too, because I was railing him in. And I said, let me go for the undercut. So I went for the undercut, and I didn't fix any of my damage. Got out, and I was good. I had like 8 or 9 seconds of damage at that point, but the car felt still tolerable. But I knew at the end of the stint it was going to be a problem. So I was like 13. He must have fixed his damage or whatever he had, because I was like 13 to 14 seconds ahead of him, and then I spun going into T1. Because I was talking to my chat, and I was just lost concentration, and then that lost me 10 seconds there, and then he was still like 3 seconds behind me. So for like 4, maybe a good 10 minutes, we had a battle, and it was going to be like the last 15-20 minutes. And he went for a pass at that. What's the last hairpin before the long straightaway, before the last couple corners? He went for a pass there, and we kind of bumped fenders, and he totally went off track. It was like the smallest little type of hit. But I was like, I'm not going to catch the guys in front, so I was like, let me just wait for him. And then I waited for him too much, and like an idiot, he went flying by me, and I couldn't get him again. So, yeah. But it was, it's all fun.
And I went for emergency cleanup strategy because I thought the race was 40 minutes. So I did a strategy for 40 minutes, and on the fly I had to change fuel. I overfueled by 5 laps, but that was a mess, and I was destroying the tires. That's why on the beginning,
Yeah, I was on old tires too towards the end.
But at the end of the second, since I lost all my pace and Nick almost got me, I was also cruising at the end because I was tired, my arms were hurting, so like,
it happens.
So
I just wish we had a clean. I just wish we had a clean first lap. It's like I always just pray for just let's get a clean first lap so we could all find our pace and find our rhythm, and then But hey, many more races to come, and we'll figure it out, guys. So thank you all for coming out, though, for sure, and thanks Josh as always. So, all right, guys, see you later.
Later, take care.
I think that's it. All right. Well, bit of drama, but that's always expected. There was a lot happening on that first lap, but we've got more events coming up this week, so we'll see you guys soon. I'm just looking for the chat. Where is my chat box? This might be it. Thanks for everyone. But that ends today's event. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I think we've got a race tomorrow. Yeah, race on Oz tomorrow night. All right. Well, have a great weekend. Enjoy your Labor Day or bank holiday weekends if you have it. If not, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a great week. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. What time, Raz? It's at Starts at 6:45 p.m. Australian, Brisbane. If you go to demo1garage.com/bookings, that's the calendar. I've just put it in Discord, so yeah, if you need to go to Discord, guys, d1gdiscord.com. But we will talk soon. Good night.